Hey, it's Dr. Tiffany here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's vlog. I'm going to do a really quick vlog on the topic of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, otherwise known as ADHD. Now, there's three types of ADHD. The first type is an inattentive type. And we often see that more in the academic arena where you have a hard time paying attention to the material that is being brought in your direction. The second type is hyperactivity, and we often refer to that type when we're speaking about children because children are running around all over the place. They can't sit still. It's a lot of hyperactivity. And the third type is combined. So you're going to get that inattentive and you're going to get that hyperactive together. As we get older, if we were diagnosed as children and as we age, the symptoms are less prevalent. They get muted. So what may have been hyperactivity and inattentive type in our childhood will end up being primarily inattentive type. Okay, so if you're concerned about having some attention difficulties, you may think, oh, maybe I have ADHD and you're an adult and this was never an issue for you before. It's really highly unlikely that you have ADHD. Some other issues that you may be experiencing could be distraction from stressful life events. It could be some memory problems. Anything could be neurological, of course. It could be depression. Oftentimes, some of the symptoms of depression are reduced attention and concentration. It could be all sorts of variables. So it's important to see a professional so you can rule that out for yourself and feel comfortable. But here is a common misconception about ADHD. Many people believe that because we have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, an individual who has that diagnosis, they think is overstimulated because they're constantly moving about, they're looking around, they're getting distracted, squirrel, 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 like in the movie Up. Best movie ever. I absolutely love it. Thanks for the non sequitur there. Maybe I have a little bit of attention problems myself. Nevertheless, we often think because somebody has that attention issue, it's because their brain is overstimulated. There must be so much going on in there that they're just getting so distracted. That's actually not the case. So what the case is that the frontal lobe of the brain is understimulated and it's seeking stimulation. Okay, so what is the frontal lobe of the brain? Let me give you a quick little neuroanatomy lesson. The frontal lobe of the brain is the best part of our brain because it makes us who we are. It's responsible for all of the executive functioning that we do. So let me give you a quick analogy. The frontal lobe oftentimes acts like the conductor of an orchestra or symphony. It's constantly cueing in the wind section, percussion, then strings. It coordinates everything for us. It's planning, organization, problem solving. A lot of our personality is harbored in there. It's definitely what separates us from primates, okay? So with people who have attention issues, particularly ADHD, it's because their frontal lobe is absolutely understimulated. What they're ending up doing is with all those distractions are seeking stimulation for that frontal lobe. That's why oftentimes a prescription for ADHD is a psychostimulant. Hence the word psychostimulant, meaning it's a stimulant to stimulate the frontal lobe of the brain. That actually helps the person to focus, to concentrate, and to better tune in. So that's all I have about ADHD today, okay? If you have any questions or concerns, I can definitely elaborate on ADHD in another topic. I just really wanted to put out there the misconception of us often thinking that is an overstimulation of the brain when it's not. Oh yes, on a side note, I think it is important for us to consider that anybody who takes any kind of psychostimulant medication, whether you have ADHD or not, is going to work wonders on the brain. It's going to help a lot of people focus. Just because Adderall or Concerta, any of those psychostimulants work for you, it doesn't mean you have ADHD. All right, I think I'm done for right now. But if you have questions, comments, or concerns, please put them down at the bottom and make a comment. I hope you all have a blessed day and be good to each other.